Assalamualaikum kepada semua. Selamat datang. Um, Sound check. Okey ke? Suara saya dengar ke?
Okey,
Okey, saya dapat dengar dengan jelas.
Okey, terima kasih atas maklum balas. So kita tunggu sebenarnya saya pukul 3 ni saya nak jalan kan, tapi mungkin kita clash kot. Puan Sharifah, kita clash satu event bersama CGS ni. Betul? Okey, tak apa. Dalam selepas ni kita kena check betul-betul lah kan. Okey, kami terlepas
CGS
pandang lah
Timur Tengah.
berkenaan dengan tarikh yang sama tu. Tak apa, tak perasan ya. Okey, tak apa. Okey, kita mungkin saya rasa kita ada buat recording. So siapa yang masuk lambat tu tak apa, nanti boleh tengok recording ni pada kemudian hari. So mungkin kita mulakan majlis kita dengan bacaan umum kitab dan Fatihah. Bismillah. Okey, terima kasih sekali lagi kepada yang hadir kerana meluangkan masa. So ini merupakan webinar PPDN siri 1 2022. Ini yang pertama lah untuk tahun 2022 lah. Itu diberi tajuk Hybrid Classroom Sharing Session lah. Saya lebih bukan kami lah, kami rasa sharing session ni is lebih kena lah dengan dia punya keadaan sekarang ni. Kita nak buat full-fledged punya training pun kita kesuntukan masa dan juga banyak aktiviti yang berlaku sepanjang awal tahun, hujung dengan awal tahun. Okay. Dia bermula dengan topik ni bermula dengan bermulanya semester, okay, di mana mungkin terdapat kekeliruan lah kot berkaitan dengan perkataan hybrid classroom ni, dan ada yang beranggapan bahawa hybrid classroom ni merupakan something like blended. Okay, dan bila kelas tu bermula, mulalah masalah tu. Alright. So few lecturers come and see me personally lah ya. See me personally, dia kata dia ada masalah. Dia berhadapan dengan masalah kelas hybrid ni. Okay, mula dia tak berapa faham, tapi setelah dia jalan baru dia nampak lah. Dan luckily kelas saya pun merupakan kelas yang hybrid lah. So I have the experience, first hand experience on how this class is being done. Okay. Kita akan address dia punya, kita panggil apa, masalah-masalah yang mungkin timbul lah. Setiap orang berbeza dia punya permasalahan dia. Kita akan tengok, kita akan share lah dalam sesi ni. Okay. So mungkin saya mulakan dengan sedikit iklan lah. Ini berkenaan dengan community sharing page, itu resource, community sharing resource di dalam e-learning. Setiap pesyarah dah di-enroll kepada PPDN community resource. Di sini ada few of the things yang mungkin boleh membantu kita belajar bersama lah. Okay. Dan mungkin part of apa yang kita buat hari ni kita akan upload juga ke sini. So this is the moment that you can experience how to become a student di dalam e-learning kita. Okay. Dan seperti biasa, e-certificate kita akan endorse melalui platform e-learning. Pastikan masuk menggunakan email Unicell kan, account Unicell lah, account Zoom Unicell, itu email Unicell. So kita akan hantar, dia akan dapat notification melalui email, dan juga kita akan dapat notification kecil dekat kita punya e-learning page nanti. Dan certificate ni dia unik, setiap orang berbeza dia punya ID. Ini rupa dia kalau kita dapat e-certificate tu. Mungkin dah lupa kan, dah lama kita tak buat webinar. Dia akan ada satu simbol kat atas tu menunjukkan kata ada new news ya. Bila kita klik tu dia akan nampak lah benda ni. Your certificate is available. Then ini akan dapat email. So certificate yang akan anda dapat merupakan certificate yang automatic being generate. So katakanlah kadang-kadang ada nama salah kan. Kali kedua kami generate, dia tak akan hantar ke email. Sila buka akaun email masing-masing, e-learning masing-masing. Di situ ada yang terkini. Okay. So itu berkenaan dengan e-certificate. So our previous webinar, iaitu pada tahun lepas, iaitu whiteboarding. Right. Mungkin saya tanya sikit lah kot. Just to get your feedback. Ada yang dah cuba anyone have tried whiteboarding using digital drawing pad atau tablet? Yang pakai ni kan, something like this. Okay, saya ada tunjuk itu kan, the digital pen Ada yang cuba? Boleh share sikit experience? Perhaps? Tak ada? Tak ada masalah kat sini Semua okey? Ke tak ada yang cuba? Okey, tak apa. Mungkin kemudian pada mungkin di hujung-hujung ni boleh tanya balik lah kalau ada persoalan berkenaan dengan whiteboarding. Okey, kita teruskan dengan tajuk yang kita nak bincang pada hari ini, iaitu hybrid classroom ataupun lecture. Okay, hybrid lecture. So hybrid lecture ataupun classroom ni merupakan satu event, okay, di mana kita mempunyai kelas, okay, dan kelas kita mempunyai dua jenis audience. Satu audiensnya physically in front of us, okay, berada di dalam kelas, dan satu lagi audience kita yang berada di alam maya. Alright, so bila ada dua different location, okay, dia kalau different location tu meaning that kalau sebelah bilik je tak apalah, cerita dia lain sikit kan. Tapi sekarang ni dia virtual, so meaning that kita bukan sahaja kena entertain student di hadapan kita, tetapi dalam masa yang sama kita kena give around the same experience for the student who is online. Okay, dia berada di online. Dan apabila kita kata berada di online ni, dia punya sets of kita panggil challenges tu meningkat lah. Okay. Dan I experience this myself, dan seperti mana orang yang datang mengadu pada saya, sama juga, betul lah apa yang dicakapkan. Kejap lagi kita akan highlight lah the hurdle. And then might probably kita nak juga dengar daripada all the participant today lah. Okay. Kita ada lebih kurang 30 participant for the moment. Dan you can feedback to us, might as well ada benda yang kita miss kan, perhaps kita tak tahu sebab benda ni baru sangat untuk kita juga, dan we don't have the right equipment for the moment. So apa kita boleh buat, kita boleh cuba bantulah to get around to this problem. Okay, so ini merupakan kelas saya. Okay, this is how my class looks like for the first 2 weeks. Okay, 2 minggu pertama. Okay, saya ada 50% pelajar yang dah pulang ke kampus. 50%. Few of them yang dekat Bangladesh pun ada. So, okay lah kan, yang Bangladesh tak ada masalah. Tapi student yang ada di kampus pun, dia request saya suruh buat online. So, saya dah tunggu kat kelas tapi tak ada orang. So, kelas tetap kena jalan. So, this is how I run the class lah. For first 2 weeks. And then after that, I say kita tak boleh lah macam ni kan, kita tak boleh berterusan macam ni sebab kelas dah open, so they have to come lah. Okay, saya tak tahu, mungkin dia orang rasa senang kan, tak perlu bangun pagi bersiap kan, bersiap mandi apa, pakai baju cantik-cantik kan, datang kelas. Ni just bangun, ambil you punya laptop, buka ataupun phone kan, tutup kamera and then dengar je lah kelas. So mungkin sebab reason dia orang pulang ke kampus adalah untuk just to get away from home lah kot. Might probably, kita tak pasti. Tapi adalah few of them say that way. Okay, so bukan macam ni kelas kita panggil hybrid lah. Hybrid class should look like this. Okay, ini yang merupakan is a full-fledged state of the art, okay, hybrid classroom. So this took this from Harvard Business School. So this is how they manage to keep everyone in contact. Okay, they have eye contact, all those. So there are few cameras inside the room, and then kita boleh tengok student yang face to face. Even they are using all the dia orang punya devices, okay, their own devices. Di mana devices ni pun ada connected to some of the kita panggil live class. And then dekat sini dia ada kamera. Kamera ni akan follow lah pensyarah dia. So in this case, pensyarah masuk je terus jalan kelas lah. So this is one of hybrid class. Dan for Harvard Business School ni, dia pun sendiri dia try and error. Dia kata there is no one single solution to say that this is a hybrid classroom. As long as you have two audience and you be able to cope up with them, it is a hybrid classroom. Okay. Alright. Ada apa-apa soalan sebelum kita ada? Dia petang ni dia senyap sikit. Okay, tak apa, kita continue. Alright. So for today, I would like to share a few setup which we, okay, PPDM ourselves try to play around. Okay, kita ada buat testing sikit dekat kita punya local environment and to find out what is the, not saying the best, what is the proper, but still, though it is not kita panggil not proper, it is not proper, but somehow suffice, okay, untuk fulfill that environment. So for example, the simplest setup that anyone can do, okay, you just need to have your computer or tablet, okay, and then you will need to, let's say you don't have any external mic, you use the mic that you have within your notebook or devices whatsoever, phone ke, tablet ke, for example. And then the speakers also you using internal. Then the input motion, okay. For example, you use the mouse mouse, keyboard, trackpad, kan, all those. And this is the image you are seeing right now is an example lah, right? So for example, if we were to comment sikit kat sini ya. If we want to comment, this is our computer. So our computer is connected to the audio system. Then this is the input, okay, input devices, mic, mouse, trackpad, all those. And then we have our this is face-to-face class, and then this is our online student. So it can be Zoom, it can be Google Meet, it can be Microsoft MS Teams, dan ada banyak kan. There's a lot of software out there for online. Okay, so in this case, this is the simplest way. And then you have whiteboard lah, because you have face-to-face, and you will be using your internal webcam. Okay, so this is webcam. I forgot to highlight webcam here. So kita ada webcam. So these are the simplest thing. You just bring your laptop and one projector. Might probably projector. Sometimes you don't need projector. Okay, sometimes you don't have. So this is the simplest way. Paling simple. Okay. So the limitation for this system is actually the instructor is limited. Okay, movement. Kenapa movement dia limited? Any idea? Mesti ada yang dah buat tak? Mesti ada yang dah experience. Kenapa movement dia limited? Sepatutnya tak limited lah kan? Dia nak conteng dekat whiteboard kan? You are using your webcam to show what is on the whiteboard. For example, that is the simplest one lah. Yang selemah-lemah lah. Okay. And then we are depending on the computer's webcam, internal webcam, which is not that good. Sometimes, most of the time, kalau komputer yang pro sikit, dia webcam dia cantik lah. Okay. But most of the time, if you want to get very good quality, you have to have external webcam. Okay. Okay, one of the reason yang bila saya kata limited, okay, limited movement, is that something to do with audio. Okay. Something to do with audio. The mic is on your computer and you are trying to move around to the whiteboard and then come back. Whiteboard, come back. And then sometimes you have to move towards the student which is in front of you sometimes. So your movement is limited, and then the mic will take everything, okay, all the noise, even and the ambient noise. For example, let me try to show you. So for example, right now I just off my mic noise cancellation, okay. So you should be able to hear some of the ambient sound, even my clapping, okay. But once I on back the what noise cancellation, you won't be able to hear even my clap. You see? So that is one some of the hurdle you might probably be experiencing. Okay, for students who inside the class, they don't have any problem, but students joining you from the web conferencing, they will have headache because they can't really hear what you are saying. Okay, and then sometimes you out of the screen, so it's difficult. So the experience is not that good. Okay, so this is the least that you can do, and I'm sure that most of us, okay, are doing this. Betul tak? Okay, and one more thing, our webcam, if using the internal webcam, it might probably not be sufficient. Okay, because of the clarity. Okay, whiteboard have some glaring. So if the webcam is not that good, the resolution is low, so it's difficult to see on the whiteboard. You have to bring the computer near to the whiteboard. So sometimes it is awkward, right? So getting clean and clear sound from the mic is a big challenge, right? If you have setup number 1. Okay, so can I have a hand raised? Okay, ada kan? Hand raised for those who using setup number 1. Ada tak? Ada tak kat sini? Okay, oh ada 1, 2. So we have 2. Only 2? Okay, my first class, I'm using this method. Okay, including me lah. Okay, because we don't have the experience yet. Okay, and then this is our first time doing this kind of class, but somehow from there we learn something. Okay, audio and I mean AV is the hurdle, which is the main problem of our hybrid class. All right, so let me share you an example of this typical type of class. Okay, for example, let me play.
How do you proceed to another slide?
Okay.
You just click next here, next again, and
You're
you can
able to hear
resize this
the
bigger, it's smaller,
sound.
or you want to move it somewhere that you feel comfortable to put.
This
It
is
depends. It depends. And my suggestion is you just pick one corner.
oh, sorry. Let me do it again. Sorry.
How do you proceed to another slide?
The sound from the speaker, I mean the
And
presenter is
resize
not that
this
clear because
bigger, it's
he's using
smaller.
the internal mic of a computer.
You want to move it somewhere that you feel comfortable to put. So it depends.
You really need to crank. Okay,
And
you
my
really need
suggestion
to crank
is
the
you just pick one corner and then
your
make
speaker.
sure that there's no
It is still
wording
audible,
or images
but
around there.
if you hear carefully, you can hear ambient noise. This is still okay, acceptable, because he's not moving everywhere. He is in front of the computer all time. Okay, so this is a typical setup for case number 1. And we have another one. This is 1A. Okay, this one setup 1B. So this is purely using a camera. Okay, this example I'm using external webcam because my computer internal webcam is so terrible. Okay, so I'm using an external webcam using a USB connection, so I can bring it around while I'm teaching. So you can see my face is facing the other way from the webcam. Okay. So today we are going to start our class in hybrid mode. So when I talk about hybrid mode, meaning that some of you will be inside the class, it should be that way, and some of you will be wherever you are. We're talking about our timetable. Is this clear? Can you read that, or should I put it nearer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Our timetable for our class today, it will be 11 hours to 1300 hours. Okay, this is for Tuesday. Okay, if you are able to see, there's some glaring, you see, in this area. Sorry, this area has some glaring, and the writing is not that clear, but still readable, but not that clear. Can you imagine if I write up the whole whiteboard? So this is one of the challenge. But you have to remember one thing, my voice is very clear, isn't it? In this case, I'm using a wireless mic. You see, that is one of the challenges that not everyone afford to do, because you have to spend some. But I will show you one workaround on how to solve audio or mic problem. Okay, I mean the in and out audio. So this is setup 1B. So this is purely showing the whiteboard. So there are people doing this. That's the reason why I share this. Okay, I wouldn't like to share other people's videos, so I'll do it myself and then I'll show it. Okay, so that is one. Okay, the other setup, you can up a little bit. Okay, the specification by applying or using what we call an external mic. So to have an external mic, for example, this one, the one I'm using right now, this one is an lavalier or clip mic. I connect it directly to the computer. Okay, because I didn't bring my headphone. Okay, headset. I prefer to use the headset. Later on, I'll show you why I prefer to use that one better than others. Okay, even better than this. All right. So we have either headphone and also a clip mic. And in this case, I add writing drawing tablet or drawing pad. Okay, for to enhance, okay, the content sharing experience. Okay, you need to invest a little bit on the external mic if you want, but if you don't want, later we'll show you one method to do that. And then, but somehow, okay, the instructor is still limited by the movement because of the wire. Okay, wired. You are tethered to your computer, so you are still having problem with that. Okay, and then if you are still relying on your internal webcam, still you have a problem with that. So right now, the one that you are looking at, this is an external webcam. I bought around 50 ringgit. The quality is in a mid tier, not so good, not so bad. So for around 4 months using it, I'm quite impressed with the pricing lah. Okay, 50 ringgit, something like that. Okay, so this is even better. The webcam, external webcam that I bought came with a mic, but the mic is so bad. So I don't use that mic. I will rather use either a clip mic or a headset, or you can use this one. Sorry, this one. Okay, phone headphone jack, headphone headset. Okay, this is also quite good. I've tried this before because you can put it very near to you. Okay, like this. Okay. Okay, this is an example, the quality of sound of a headset. Setup number 2, for example.
This book will help you to come up with that idea. If you want to design something, what is the best way for you to produce it? Normally, we are talking about how am I going to make a good product that people will buy? That is one thing. The other philosophy is how are you going to make a product that is easy to.
Okay, that is the clarity. You can hear the clarity, but still the instructor is tethered to the computer. Okay. So I think this is the best case scenario where you, okay, I forgot to add this. You have to have a webcam. You have to have an external webcam, for example. I just do something like this. Okay. External webcam. Okay. I think this is the best case scenario. You have an external webcam, you have a wireless mic, you have a computer. Okay. In the same time, you can use your computer to share content to the student online. And if you need, you can scribble using this drawing pad, or you can use your external webcam to focus on the whiteboard if you need, because you can mount your webcam on a tripod like this, for example. Okay, this tripod is so cheap that people throw. So this one actually my cousin doesn't want it, so I just take it. It's very low quality, but it serves the purpose. Okay, I think this one he got from buying a phone. Okay, nowadays they buy phone, they got a lot of things. This is one of it. He said that he doesn't know what to do with this. So I say, rather than you throw it, give it to me. Okay, so that is one way, okay, you can do. All right. So in this case, okay, the instructor are free to move around the class. Okay, you can scribble on the whiteboard and still use the internal computer speaker to listen from the feedback from the student. Okay, normally speakers you don't have to invest. Normally, we've tried a few units, okay, a few computers. The feedback from students online is quite, I think, it's quite okay. We still can listen to what they are trying to say. Even the class being able to listen to them. Okay. Okay. So there will be some limitation in setup number 3 if you are relying 100% to the webcam. I mean the internal computer webcam. So usually what I did was I didn't use the internal webcam of my computer notebook because my notebook is quite old, and probably new notebooks will have better webcam. The reason to have an external webcam is because sometimes you want to do some discussion with your students, for example, in the class. So rather than taking your notebook and turn it around, I just turn around this webcam towards the students. Okay, now I want to do some discussion. So your friend here want to say something, and then they are able to see, and they are able to feedback. Okay, so that's the reason to use that. Okay. Okay, so this is some of the example of using the setup number 3. Yeah? Have you heard forging? Forging, F-O-R-G-I-N-G. I do not know whether you can see this. I just write it down here. Forging. You heard about that? Forging?
Yes.
Okay, forging is something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in this example, if you can see the content being shared, okay, is scribbled. Okay, you can use the digital drawing tablet okay, and then scribble in your slides. So by doing this, your student inside the class from the projection, they'll be able to see the scribble also, and in the same time, student from online be able also to see. All right. So this is one. By the way, just now I scribbled the word forging. It is not that clear, but if we were to move the camera closer, you can able to see that, right? So this is one another example. If you want to show some, you want to discuss, for example, something. Sometimes you have to show them. Okay, it is a stick, walking stick, but in the sense it can transform or convert into chair, personal chair, a small one that you can just use for to rest. Okay, this is a chair. Let's say I will to use this chair. I push it and then I walk. I push it, I walk. Isn't it? I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. But is it proper? Is it the best solution? Okay. Sometimes discussion you need to show. So when you need to show, the use of external webcam is helpful. Even you can pick up the webcam and then show them around. So the student inside the class doesn't have. I mean they don't have this kind of problem. Only that student from online, right? Okay. Just now I told you that one of the main hurdle is the wireless mic, isn't it? So this is the example of a wireless mic. To what? To invest on this is quite expensive. They have a cheaper one, but since that not everyone afford to use this and not everyone really use it most of the time, so sometimes it is not that what, because as a good investment sometimes it depends on your application, and if you feel that it is a good investment, and then you can purchase one. Normally you can in pair. Okay, remember it will come in pair. One is transmitter and one is receiver. Okay, so I don't want to talk about that. So I'm giving you one workaround. Okay, one workaround or solution. So we found that there have been some software, okay, application which is available freely to be used. If you have any phone, okay, if you have a phone which is lying around that doesn't have any purpose, you can use that phone to become a wireless mic. Or maybe the current phone that you have right now, you can use it as a wireless mic. What you have to do is just silent it and then do not disturb or something like that, and then connect to your computer, and then you can start using it. Okay. One particular software that we found out is the name is DroidCam, as you can see here. Okay, this is, you can find this out. So DroidCam, it is available in Windows, Mac, okay, and you are able to install the app. Okay, you need two software. One for your computer, the other one is for your phone. Okay, the name implied DroidCam is for Android, but still you can install it on iOS devices. Okay, so how does it perform? So let me show you one example. So this is one example. I'm using a phone act as a wireless mic. Okay, so actually you can just put inside your pocket here and then just talk, but sometimes the sound might probably, the sound of your pocket moving around sometimes will disturb the noise. I mean the audio quality. So you can use this. Okay, you can connect this to your phone and then just put the mic somewhere around your neck, something like that, or you can hold it like this and talk. And sometimes when you want to ask your student inside the class, you just give it to them. Please talk through the mic, okay, for example, and then everyone can hear. Okay, so I will show you one particular example here. As you can see, my hand is actually, my right hand here is, sorry, here. So my right hand here is actually holding a phone, okay, an old phone, okay, acting as a mic. One particular customer here, when he asked, for the frying pan, what is your typical use? The statement given by the customer to a neat interpretation. The customer won't say, okay, for example, in this case, non-stick surface, size, can stand on its own. Non-stick surface, so meaning that he is saying non-stick surface is good. Okay, in this example, you can see that some scribbling have been done inside the slide here. Okay, some scribbling, and then in the same time, the instructor is showing on the whiteboard. Well, it depends. Sometimes you can sit down and show, but you know, typical instructor, lecturers, they like to, for example, like me, I like to move around. Yeah, I like to move around, and then sometimes I just ask some of the students inside the class. So it is really awkward just to sit down, okay? Really awkward, just to sit down and then talk while the student is there, and probably they will fall asleep. Okay, so that is me. I do not know whether others. Okay? What about others? So in this particular example, you can hear my voice is clear, but sometimes, okay, there are intermittent outage. Okay, I mean that there's some interference. This is because what? Okay, this is because of what? Okay, let me show you. So this application is using wireless. Okay, so you need to have network infrastructure, for example, a router or AP, right? An AP. So you need to connect your computer, okay, to the router or the AP. AP means access point. Access point. Sorry, my writing is not that good. And then you need to connect your phone you need to connect your phone to the same access or access point or the router. So in this case, the infrastructure that I've tested using the Unicell Wi-Fi, Star Wi-Fi, because each of us we have two devices tied to our account, okay, for wireless, okay, stuff wireless. So one is your computer, another one is your phone. So you are be able to connect. So make sure test it before you try you use it inside the class. And perhaps if anyone would like to have a special workshop for this application, probably we can do that. And we prefer to do it face to face. We can do it online, but sometimes it's difficult to assist. Right, face to face is better. So if you need this, then try to apply with the faculty or division, and then we'll try to take a look. Okay, how are we going to do this workshop? If you need, okay, you can try it yourself. So it's easy to set up, not that difficult, but sometimes I understand that some people they might probably be confused with some of the jargons being used, but it's okay. We can try to work out something on this. Okay, so that is how setup number 3 work. 3B, using the phone as your wireless mic. Okay, then this is the last one. Okay, this is our last sharing, which is we call it setup number 4. That is using our smart classroom. Okay, we can use our smart classroom. So our smart classroom is not full-fledged. It's not really complete, but with minor modification, we will be able to mimic a proper what we call a hybrid or remote classroom. Okay, so what you see here, we have a projector. Okay, there is a pen where you can scribble around, and this projector is connected to your computer. Okay, so whatever you scribble on the screen here, okay, whatever you scribble on the screen here is actually you are scribbling on your computer. So there's a special connection. So you can stream whatever you share on your computer, okay, and you'll be able to drag and draw just like normal class. So you don't have to use a webcam to focus on the screen here. Okay, so that is one. And you can see that in our smart classroom, we have several monitors. Okay, we have around 6. Okay, around 6 here. So if you have students, you don't have to cram everyone towards the whiteboard. They can be in groups. Okay, they can use the monitor to see whatever you scribble around there. So it will be much more clearer. Okay, they don't have to cram to see what is going on in front. Okay, so this is a smart classroom. And even in smart classroom, we have this what we call document camera, or some people say visualizer. Visualizer, so you can show to your participant online and also in the class whatever on the table. For example, in this case, this is the image that we are trying to project. So you can really focus, zoom on it. Okay, you can turn on the macro function. You can really look much more detail. Even this visualizer have a special what we call special accessories, okay, for you to connect to your microscope, for example. So you can do that, and you can tilt around, and this visualizer can act as what we call a webcam also. You can do that if you like. And inside all smart classroom, we have a special wireless mic. Okay, the AV system. See here, the speaker is up above this screen. Okay, over here and over here, the speakers. So probably we can on the speaker, or we can reroute. Okay, reroute the audio to your computer. So you can move around freely using the wireless mic that is installed here. Okay, to assist you to get better audio quality, okay, for your class. So I will show you one video, one example, but this example is much more advanced example. It's not the one that I'm saying, that the one that we can set up in smart classroom, because in that example you will need a third party person to control the cameras, all those. Okay, if we don't have that kind of resource, what we can do is we do a passive smart classroom setup, which enable us to do hybrid class and also remote class. Okay, so this is one example.
So kalau kita tengok pada exercise 1 ni, soalan yang kedua dia adalah dia suruh tanya berapa expenses company ni untuk monthly dengan yearly paid lah untuk salary punya ni, dan juga berapa average salary. Okey, katalah maksimum kan. Okey, maksimum kita buka kurungan. Okey, kita tarik sampai ke bawah, paling tinggi adalah 4689. Cuma okey. So ni antara yang digunakan lah. So kita boleh sort juga, sort lah. Tapi ni contoh lah sort. Kalau daripada data satu tadi kita boleh sort lah ikut.
Okay, so that is the example what you can do with the projector that we have in a smart classroom. So we just need minor modification, and we can turn that smart classroom to become a working hybrid classroom, and also a remote classroom. Okay, and with that, I think there is all the things that we want to share, and perhaps we would like to have feedback from all of you. Okay, the reason we do this session is we would like to identify. Okay, we would like to identify the problems. Okay, each of lecturers experiencing. We might probably miss something. Okay, because PPDM is trying to suggest to the management to maybe assist faculty to buy some equipments to address this hurdle. We are still in the process of suggesting some of the things that we can do to assist the faculty. For example, each faculty might probably have a few wireless mic and also webcam, extra webcam for them to use anytime. Okay, and we don't know. Might probably we are missing something else. Okay, so I think I open this session now for us to share or ask question. Waalaikumsalam. Ya, saya.
Saya Dr. Rahman dari FA.
Ya, doktor.
Saya nak minta kalau boleh diadakan praktikal dekat Smart Classroom yang dekat Blok B tu, sebab ramai pesyarah nak buat kelas hybrid, tapi penggunaan Smart Classroom tu masih rendah lah, tak begitu expert. Jadi kalau Sin tadi dah terangkan boleh gunakan Smart Classroom, mungkin kita ada satu sesi praktikal pergi kat Smart Classroom tu, dan kita ada sesi macam ni lah. Jadi kita gunakan macam on job training lah. Kita terus belajar menggunakan dan cara mana terus guna. Sekarang ni bilik tu macam sepi lah. Walaupun kita nak buat bilik, tapi kita kerana kurang knowledge dan mungkin tak cukup equipment lah. Seperti Mr. Lang tadi kita tambah add-on kan. Jadi kalau boleh, apa yang ada ni kita guna dulu. Kita cuba sama ada boleh ke tak buat hybrid. Apa yang ada sekarang. Itu saya punya mintaan. Terima kasih.
Okey, berkenaan dengan Smart Classroom, sebenarnya kita kena sedikit lah, kita kena upgrade sedikit dia punya kemudahan tu untuk enable pesyarah just masuk, bawa notebook, cucuk-cucuk je. Okey, tapi dulu saya, kalau tak salah saya dengar dulu akan ada PC dalam Smart Classroom, saya tak pasti lagi. Kan? Kalau dah ada PC lagi senang kan. Semua dah set up cantik, jalan je. So, tak apa. Nanti kita akan usahakan kita nak buat paperwork ni betul. Kita nak dapatkan something lah, feedback daripada pesyarah lah. We might try to suggest that each of tak semestinya Smart Classroom lah. Smart Classroom lah. Kita akan cuba sarankan supaya di-upgrade lah. Okay, tak banyak pun belanja. And then other than that, each of the class yang ada sekarang ni mungkin boleh ditambah baik lah. Maksudnya ada equipment kita letak siap-siap dekat classroom tersebut lah untuk pesyarah guna. Tapi saya tak tahu lah, fakulti mungkin prefer simpan di pejabat, nanti bila nak pakai baru ambil. So it depends. But kita nak dapat dulu feedback supaya kita boleh suggest something lah kan. Kita tak nak tertinggal something yang kita mungkin pesyarah education cara lain, kaedah dia kan. Pesyarah biotech lain pula. Mungkin health science dia sedikit lain pula. So kita nak dapatkan that kind of feedback. Okay, ada lagi feedback? So nanti kita try to come out dengan kita boleh buat training tu, cuma nanti FBA mohon. Senang kita proses. Okay, boleh ya? Kita based on permohonan. Itu senang. Senang kita nak agak lah bila nak buat.
Okay, baik. Terima kasih.
Okay, sama. Ada siapa-siapa nak share ke?
Encik Dananis ada soalan dekat dalam ruangan chat.
Okey. Soalan dekat chat. Okey. Sekejap, mana dia ni? Bahagian chat Okay, saya stop sharing. Suara saya jadi bila ni pukul 3.23 tadi. Puan Julia, suara saya, suara Encik Nalil semakin lama makin slow, yang putus-putus. Yang lain okey ke? Tak ada, tak ada masalah. Okey, Puan Hasliza, app mic tu nama dia Droid Cam. Boleh search So untuk app mic tu, okay, dia sebenarnya Android Cam ni, dia sekali dengan kita boleh gunakan phone kita jadi webcam juga. Dia sekali, dia ada 2 option dalam tu. Dia boleh guna mic dengan cam. So untuk tujuan saya, kelas saya tu, saya off dia punya cam. Saya off cam, saya on dia punya mic saja. So dia jimat bateri kat situ. Habis satu kelas, bateri 50% lah. Tapi tu pun lama, kena ingat lah kan. Bukan phone baru. Kalau phone baru mungkin lagi tahan lama kan. Itu pun lama lah yang saya pakai tu. So phone tu pun kecil. Tapi tak apalah, kita boleh pakai phone kita yang sekarang ada ni pun. Mic dia is very good. Okay, I'm telling you one thing untuk siapa yang tak perasan, mic dan kamera yang ada pada phone kita ni sangat bagus. Even some phone they have noise cancellation kan, dia ada 2 mic. Dia nak cancel. Dia ada macam tu. Phone yang saya pakai tu tak berapa bagus sangat. Lepas tu dia punya antena untuk wireless tu tak begitu baik. Sebab tu video yang tadi saya tunjuk tu ada interference. Dia putus-putus, dia sekejap hilang, suara kejap ada. Dia macam tu. Okey. Ada lagi? Soalan? Nak share ke? Share lah sikit. Saya rasa daripada Faiz banyak ni boleh share ni.
Ada soalan daripada Encik Nurudin.
Kat mana? Dia tanya.
Sekejap ya.
Tak ada pun. Oh, okey. Okey, sorry. Terlepas, minta maaf. Nampak. Okey, berapa anggaran bajet paling murah untuk beli equipment? Tujuan hybrid. Tu yang saya kata, okey. Kamera yang saya beli is around 40 ke 50 ringgit termasuk delivery. Okay, tu ya. Lepas tu other than that mic lah, mic tu yang masalah sikit. Saya rasa kamera je lah, mic tu pakai phone je lah. Kalau kita ada broadband sendiri, tu boleh juga guna. Okay. Dia yang Android Cam tu dia ada satu function nama dia Bluetooth. So meaning that dia connect ke phone kita guna Bluetooth. That one I haven't tried yet. Yang saya dah cuba and proven is connect kepada staff Wi-Fi, komputer pun pada staff Wi-Fi, and then run app dia tu. Okay. Bila run app tu dia akan tanya apakah IP phone kita. Contoh saya tunjuk satu example lah. Mana saya nak on ni? Sekejap sementara saya cari Droidcam. Okay, Droidcam yang saya punya ni saya beli. Dia yang cuma dia beli. Sebab saya suka sangat saya beli je. RM10 tak sampai RM10, RM8 license dia. But somehow pakai yang free pun cukup. Okay, pakai free pun cukup, tak ada masalah. So ini example lah. Ini example. Bila kita run app dia tu, dia akan tanya kita dekat komputer kita, apakah IP? Kita masukkanlah IP phone kita. 10, 3, 22, 70. Lepas tu enter, nanti dia jumpa, terus dia run. Masa tu kita pegang je phone ni, kita cakap je. Ataupun kita letak poket. Saya dah try, saya letak dalam poket macam ni, dengar. Dan kadang-kadang saya tunjuk dekat student pun rasa pelik. Kenapa buat je dia? Tak, ni mic, jadi kawan-kawan dekat dalam tu boleh dengar juga. Oh, macam tu cerita dia. Okay? Ada apa-apa lagi soalan? Like, okay, daripada Puan Nafiza lah. Kena guna like cam YouTube. Like cam ni sama ke fungsi dia? Sama ke? Like cam. Betul? Siapa yang share dia? Puan Nafiza? Tengok bawah dia. Ingat lagi. Okey, Puan Yusina tanya. Jamia. Okey, Encik Jamia tanya yang mic phone tu ada lagi ke? Okey, so far saya try dia sedikit je. Sangat sedikit. lagging je. Saya dah tengok dah, saya punya lips dengan audio is very small lah. Jadi ada juga lag tapi dia very small. Yang penting kalau AP tu dekat dengan kita. Tu kuranglah lagging. Okay. And then Puan Zina tanya, guna mic je, kamera tak perlu. Okay, kalau kamera kita gambar dia cantik tak masalah. Tapi tu macam saya kata, satu lagi, lupa semua. Satu lagi ni lah, benda ni. Writing board ni. Encik Nuruddin lupa. Ni satu lagi. Pada yang ada tak apa. Tapi saya pernah jumpa orang dia guna mouse tau. Tulis. Memang cantik. Saya tak tahu macam mana dia buat kan. Tangan dia tu seni betul. Dia pakai mouse saja. Ada conteng-conteng dalam slide. Boleh, tak ada masalah kalau kita dah biasa. So, kalau dah ada writing board ataupun boleh lukis menggunakan mouse, tak jadi masalah. Mic cukup. Kan? Sebab most of the time kita nak share content tu kepada student. Kamera tu just nak tunjuk kita di mana. Kan? Kita di mana. Jadi student tak adalah lost. Kat mana ni yang kita refer ni? Sebab kita tunjuk kan dekat whiteboard. Ni. Dan projection yang kita tembak guna projector tu, kita tunjuk. So dalam screen tu pun dia boleh tengok. Oh, this is what Encik dan Alice is trying to say. And then kalau kita perlu conteng, kita pergi ke screen kita conteng lah. Guna digital ink tu. Alright, so kalau ada soalan dari pelajar yang online tu macam mana nak attend dia orang. Okay, ini kena buat satu, kita kata apa, kena buat macam ni. Every few minute pergi tengok. Memang betul, tak ada jalan lain. Every few minutes kena pergi tengok. Unless kita guna 2 monitor, banyaklah pula equipment ni kan. So kita buat macam tu lah. Dan normally, what I will say, kalau student ada soalan dan dia tanya dekat chat, saya tak jawab, lama, saya suruh dia orang, Sir, Assalamualaikum, nak tanya soalan. Saya ada type dekat chat. Saya selalu buat macam tu. Mohon student lah. Cakap dia, you yang mana yang join online ni, kalau ada soalan, make sure you call me. If, ataupun bagi hint lah, if saya tak reply to them for a long period of time. Okay. Ada yang beli mic yang macam USB tu, yang macam botol kan, mic tu yang boleh control bass apa treble tu pun boleh juga, tak ada masalah. Tapi untuk enable the whole class tu challenge dia besar lah kan. Saya rasa better pakai yang phone ni pun cukup. Okay, Dr. Nazif, okay, just to share, Clacky.com as recommended, nak melukis okay, walaupun guna mouse, line lukisan semua. Okay, boleh cuba. Alright, boleh. Ini untuk whiteboarding kan, doktor? Betul eh? Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, sekejap. Saya rasa Clacky ni saya pun tak pernah pakai, doktor. Orang lain kot yang suggest kat doktor. Kan, saya pun first time. Okay, right, ada soalan lagi?
Assalamualaikum. Saya nak share sikit. Kami pernah buat sesi hybrid yang begini. Tetapi pada ketika itu tidak ada personal mic. Jadi memang kualiti audionya kurang baik lah. So apa yang saya nak share dekat sini, saya nampak kepentingan penggunaan mic tu lah. Itu je.
Itulah satu benda yang saya perasan memang audio. Mungkin sahabat kita daripada communication ke boleh share sikit teknik-teknik yang mungkin dia orang ada buat ataupun yang boleh suggest. Encik Jamia sekali lagi .cam tu mic untuk online saja ke? Tak, dia macam ni, dia boleh replicate webcam punya function. So webcam normally datang dengan mic. So dia boleh guna mic dekat webcam dekat ni untuk kita guna pada komputer lah. Tak kisahlah kalau kita nak guna sebagai webcam ke ataupun kita jadi kamera main, dan then kita OBS untuk kegunaan OBS pun boleh. Kita nak live pun boleh. Kita pakai kita pakai apa? Zoom, macam Zoom sekarang ni. Okay. Saya tak install kat komputer ni. Kalau saya install saya boleh tunjuk contoh lah. Alright. So saya tak install kat komputer ni. Komputer yang desktop ni saya tak install. Saya tak boleh nak tunjuk. Okay. Right. Terima kasih Dr. Nazif. Okay, ada apa-apa lagi? Nanti nak kena try ni, kleki.com ni. Oh, tak jalan. Keyboard tak jalan. Keyboard saya tak jalan. Tak tahulah sebab apa. Okay, ada apa-apa lagi? Soalan ataupun sharing? Yang lain? Daripada Padu? Saya dengar Padu boleh kata foundation lah. Foundation semua hybrid kan? Mungkin boleh share sikit? Lepas tu PES pun ada. And then FELS, FBA saya ada satu. Saya tengok FBA ada tak orang kontak ni? Tak ada. FBA tak ada kontak saya. Maksud dia mungkin dia orang ada jalan kot. Okay, yang lain-lain tu semua mungkin FBA tak banyak kot. Yang kita panggil apa? Hybrid kan? Ke macam mana? Tak ada dah. Itu saja. Ni ramai ni ada dalam berkurang ni. Ada dalam 80 lebih. 80 lebih. Takkan tak boleh share sikit. Experience anda melakukan kelas hybrid. Sebab saya faham most of the time sama dia kalau tak jadi hybrid dia jadi online je. Macam kelas saya mula-mula tu lah. Online je semua. Saya je lah hybrid kat dalam kelas.
FBA ada yang cuba guna.
Okay.
Pensyarah tunjuk projek
banyak ada.
Ada yang cuba. Masalahnya waktu tu ada pelajar yang terdapat hadir. Ada masalah COVID. Jadi pensyarah ni cuba guna tapi pakai LCD lah.
Okay.
Tapi kamera open dan kelas tengok LCD, pensyarah tu bercakap dekat laptop. Tapi tak boleh gerak lah. Macam itu je.
Itulah kan. Dia tak boleh gerak. Dia kita duduk situ je. Okay. Alright. Boleh nanti
Tapi
kita
tak berapa berkesan lah. Kemudian kita buat online lah.
Okay. Ada lagi? Saya seorang cakap tak syok kan. Saya nak dapat feedback ni. Kan bantulah saya sikit.
Puan Khairul Natasha komen saya guna tripod yang ikut movement attach di handphone and Google Meet.
Pakai Natasha, saya guna tripod yang ikut movement attach di handphone dan Google Meet. Oh, okey, ini guna phone lah. Google Meet di phone. Betul. Puan Khairul. Kan? Okey. Menarik. Sebab kalau phone ni dia, tu saya kata kamera dia lagi cantik tau. Kamera audio clear. Cuma masalah dia dekat ambient sound lah. Kalau bising kelas tu bising lah. Itu masalah kalau pakai phone tu. Ataupun ni lah, pakai ni lah. Apa kita panggil? Mic ni kan. Mic daripada headset ni. Ni boleh lah. Ucuk sini kan. And then tak dekat tripod yang ikut movement tadi tu. Ini yang tu ke? Yang gimbal ke? Pakai guna gimbal ke? Yang stabilizer tu? Tak. Okay. Alright. Sebab kalau macam gimbal, dia ada yang boleh ikut orang tu. Canggih tu kan? Yang ikut movement lah, betul lah tu. Okay. Baik. Good sharing. So masa dia so far keberkesanan ni okey tak? Guna that kind of method. Sebab saya risau dia punya audio lah. Kalau bising kelas, bising lah. 40 orang, oi. Agak mencabar ni. 40 orang ramai tu. Kan? Dalam jarak. 40 orang jarak. Besar je di kelas. Echo berkemungkinan jadi salah satu hurdle kita, problem. Guna, Nurhayati guna Google Meet dan kamera laptop. Lah. Tu macam setup nombor 1 dengan nombor 2 lah. Kan? Yang kita share tadi tu, setup nombor 1 dengan nombor 2. Buat sekali dengan okey. Oh, so maksud dia airport dia wireless kan? Airport dia wireless kan? Jadi kurang lah. Macam mana kalau macam tu yang student lain nak dengar macam mana? Student yang lain di dalam kelas. Apa kata? Student yang dalam kelas macam mana? Dengar macam biasa. Oh, mic saja daripada airport tu. Oh ya, betul. Kita boleh set. Betul. Okey. Ada lagi? Mungkin lepas ni fakulti ataupun jabatan ke apa boleh cuba fikirkan bila nak buat. Kalau perlu lah, kalau perlu sedikit training kan, kita cubalah. Kita bukan ramai pun, tapi kita cubalah adakan sesi untuk macam bengkel lah. Kita bantulah yang mana boleh. Okay. So kalau ikutkan kita sampai 4.30 kan. Sebab tu saya tak suka lama-lama sangat. Ini just nice lah. Ada apa-apa lagi? Kalau tak ada apa-apa, saya rasa itu je lah kot. Dah tak ada sharing dah kan. Itu je kan. Alright. So nanti kita akan feedback semula dengan e-certificate lah. Itu saja. Okay. Kalau tak ada apa-apa, kita sudahi majlis kita dengan tasbih kibara dan surah As. Okay. Terima kasih kerana menghadiri. Subhanallah.
Mohon bantuan rakan-rakan semua isi feedback form supaya kita boleh buat improvement di masa akan datang.
Ya.
Terima kasih semua.
Isi feedback form ya. Jangan lupa ya. Okay. Assalamualaikum.